Guys, how's it going? It is Kire here with another Aether Gazer video, and in today's video I want to talk all about sigils, how they work, when to farm them, how to farm them, all that stuff. So the first thing is going to be where to find them, and you can get them here. It's literally a tab here called sigils, and then you could farm them here. The important thing is the value of this changes massively based on what admin rank you are. As you can see down here, you could only get purple, then you start to finally get legendary ones here. These are the ones that matter, but you get a guaranteed one after 9 scans. See 9 scans there. This one, for me, it's 3 scans, but it's normally 7 when you start at 4, and then at 5, it's 5 scans always. So if I do this, and then and you can run it multiple times. So notice how I can spend this amount here, but it's guaranteed to give me one after 5 scans. So this is when the best value is for your energy. So ideally you would farm it here, but you could farm it here because there's going to be moments where you can't do anything. At least for me, where my admin rank doesn't match up with the campaign and I can't progress further in that story. So you have to spend your energy somewhere. And so I was spending it here and then also on being able to farm the materials to level these up. So that's one thing to keep in mind. There's going to be moments where you're not as efficient as possible because the game, like, that's the only thing you could farm until you can actually unlock this, which was at admin rank 45. And then over here was admin rank 40. When you farm it multiple times, eventually you'll be able to get a guaranteed one. Also down here, you can pick which set you want, which I think is incredibly good quality of life / convenience in these games. Because normally how these work is that you would have a ton of sets and then you have to just randomly roll the good one. But you get to actually just choose which ones you want. And I think just because so many people have Tsukuyomi, I think the big question is, give me which ones are good for Tsukuyomi. I like this one here, the increased rage mod, skill damage by 10%. And notice how it's a 3-piece set. Also, you can't stack 2 3-piece sets. They need to be different. So if you have 6 of these, it's not going to give you an additional 20%, for example. It's just not going to give you anything after the 3. So you have to choose 2 sets. So for her, I like the thunder damage, and then I also like the rage mod, and that's just the recommended one. You know, eventually maybe I'll want something a little bit more intricate based on her kit, but at the moment I like this one and go in there. So now that we know how to get them and which ones you get for her, let's actually take a look at what I've done so far. Also, when it comes to farming these, it's almost unnecessary to even bother. Like, notice the sigils I have on these characters. I've been able to push just fine with her with very little investment into my sigils. I probably wouldn't even have to bother too much and be able to push just as far. And then on her, I haven't even leveled them up at all. And I don't even have the right ones. These are just some I put on here. Because notice how they're rank 4. Doesn't matter. But the ones that I've actually progressed are going to be the main character. And I think, you know, this is definitely going to give you a massive boost. This is some of the best power in the game. This is going to be the late game grind. But I wouldn't feel pressured to farm these nearly, you know, as early as, you know, 35 or 30. I would only focus at admin rank 40, if anything. And even that is not the most efficient, because 45 is going to be the sweet spot. But sometimes you're going to have to spend energy, you know, just to hit certain breakpoints. Next, let's talk about leveling one up. And so you can kind of get an idea of what happens here. Okay, so here's one. It's the correct typing for her, and it hasn't been leveled. So you go to cultivate, and then we have just the typical experience here that you're going to get, and then you level it up to 10, for example. Then it's this energy here, this, and then you can limit break it, and now you go to 20. And then see, it's 5 energy, or 5 of the purple ones to level that up. So it's really not that big of a deal. And here, let's level up another one. So then now it's going to take the blue and the green. So we leveled this up to 30, and then quick select, so then you get to 30 there. So this is what's going to happen. Also, another thing I like about this system too is that each of the main stats, like the attack and defense, these are all set. There's no variance in this roll here on all of them. You don't have to worry about a main stat and a substat or whatever. The actual changing is we'll cover that here in a moment, but it is nice that a lot of this is very standardized and you don't have to worry about like set bonus I want to roll for. I get to, once I pull it and I get the right number or the right direction, it's like, okay, I got the piece. It is leveled to 30, but I haven't messed with it. And then also this one's really good. This direction is good. You got the attack percentage and the skill damage one. So once I finally get enough and I can move around these how I want, I'm definitely going to pick this one as one of my main ones because this is going to be super good on Tsukuyomi. Notice how we have these 3 currencies down here. to be able to randomly enchant one of these. There's going to be multiple effects, and then once you find the effects you like, then you can lock them in. On the blue one here, I can enchant, but notice how it's only one effect. Damage to Viz Banes by 2.5%. This thing, I don't really care about it too much. But let's say I enchant again and go damage taken from humanoid enemies. You know, I don't really care about that. I want to do damage in this game. Like, I'm going to be dodging. I'm not getting hit often. I don't really care about that. So let me enchant again. Dodge effect, cooldown. Okay, maybe I want that one. So then I select it, boom, it's here, and I get to keep it. But let's say I want to, I changed my mind. I want to do this one here. I select it, and now it goes away. So keep that in mind. It actually gets removed. Let's go with a legendary one. I wish I had a purple one to show you, but notice how this one generates 2 random sigil skills, and then this one generates 1 random sigil skill. Let's enchant. So notice how now we have 2 effects here. So if I select this, and also this one's good. Rage cost minus 5%. Like that a lot because this is a rage damage character. And then healing effects plus 5%, which is, you know, not good, but I'm going to select it. And then now it overlaps, and now you get both of these effects. But now let's say I want to keep this. If I want to lock this, I need to abandon this. So we go here, and then now I can lock it. They just don't want you to keep your options. They don't want you to have an option here and then lock this one and then put that one on this one, for example. Like, that is the reason. And then things get more expensive. So if I want to boost this, now that I've locked it, it's going to cost 5 now. So notice how I unlock it 1 again, because it's going to replace both. It's going to be punishing in the sense that they lock this and make it more expensive because you're getting better and better effects and you're guaranteeing it. So it's just typical in these games when you lock something that the resources get more intense when you do that. Notice how the gen zones, I think this is something really important. The reconstruct, you use this resource. I wish I had it. You reconstruct, and what it does is it randomly generates another gen zone. So you're not going to be guaranteed. You don't get to pick the new gen zone. It randomly makes another gen zone. So you could just get super unlucky, and there's a specific gen zone you want to get. Like, I like this flower one because that's going to be Tsukuyomi, and I think a lot of people are going to be looking for that one because she's such a popular character. But that is the one I'm looking for. But sometimes I'll just miss like 5 times in a row, you know, and then I'll just be stuck with something like this. So keep that in mind when it comes to the resource, that it is the correct direction of the sigil that you want, because you're going to be potentially rolling multiple times. Like, there's no pity time or anything on the correct gen zone. And how you can tell if it's the correct one is the skill effects based on Tsukuyomi, who's the most popular character. We're going to go from between Lightning Cutter and the Rage one. And this one on Lightning Cutter 1 is attack 4% and thunder damage 2.5. That's very good. So it's going to take something really good from the other set, the Rage set, to compete with that. So now we have this one. Let's look at this. Max HP, normal attack. Don't care about that. Definitely going to, in this example for Tsukuyomi, I'm going to be going with Lightning Cutter 1. Then we have this one right here. Max HP and then non-dot damage to elites and bosses 2%. Not very good. Let's go back to the other one here in Rage. Actually very good. Normal attack damage 10%, attack 4%. So Rage is going to be number 2, 100%. Then let's go to 3 here. So this one, 4% attack and skill damage 2.5. That one's very good. Let's see if Rage can beat it. We go here, and Rage is not as good. Defense and skill damage. So we're skipping on 3. That one is going to be the Lightning Cutter. So now, to recap, we have Lightning Cutter, Lightning Cutter. So Lightning Cutter on 1, Lightning Cutter on 3, Rage on 2. Let's go to this one here. Skill effects, defense, damage taken. Don't like that one. We go back to Rage. Rage here is going to be attack and skill damage. So Rage gets that one. So right now, it's how our set's going to work is we have just every other one. Lightning Cutter, Rage, Lightning Cutter, Rage. Let's see how it closes it out. Now for number 5, crit rate. I'm almost positive that's going to be the choice, but let's actually check Rage. So here we have HP ultimate skill damage. It's arguable actually, but I think it's going to be better for the other one. But it's going to depend on how the difference is here. Crit damage, ultimate skill damage. So this one actually might be better, but let's actually go to Thunder and figure it out. Yeah, it's no contest. For number 6, you absolutely go Rage. It's the easiest choice out of all of them. So it's going to go, basically, it's very simple. Rage, Thunder, Rage, Thunder. That is how you would build Tsukuyomi with the right directions. Basically, it's going to come down to just hitting the right admin level, farming it at an efficient time, and then now you got the correct ones there. Then the end game is going to be all about building the sigils here and getting those. And then here's some examples of ones I've pulled that I think are actually pretty good. So like we have the enchants here. I haven't done it yet for that one because it's not even a 5-star, I don't think. We have ultimate skill charge speed. I think that's pretty good. Rage cost. I think that's fantastic. Then we have nothing else because I haven't pulled the right ones in the right direction yet. But now going over that, we know what we're going to be getting. We already know that this is going to be a lot better. It's going to, ideally how it's going to work is going to be rage. It's going to go lightning, rage, lightning, rage, lightning, rage. That is how it's going to look ideally if we pull the right 5-star pieces in the right directions with the right sets for Tsukuyomi. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. You guys have a good one. Peace.